All right, so 10 years ago, I took my first trip to Mexico to build a home for a homeless family. And when I was there, something changed inside of my heart. It really helped me start to overcome my post-traumatic stress. And it started to help me find meaning in life. 3 years ago, God called me to bring that same healing to other veterans. So we started QMissions. And I start those guys at the very same place that I started, in Mexico, building a home for a homeless family. Now, the really important part about this is that I have to take them back to a place that their body remembers. I have to take them back to a place that's dirty and dusty, where there's abject poverty, there's the smell of raw sewage and garbage in the streets, because it's going to kick up those triggers. And while they're there, we teach them classes on how to overcome those triggers. We call it healing through service. So when they come back to the States, they have this whole bag of tools that they can use to be successful in life and overcome PTSD. And each Memorial Day, a fallen hero is selected, and we bring their family with us, and we build in honor of that fallen hero. We help build a legacy for that family, and when we're on the build, you can see the camaraderie change. You can see the whole spirit of the build changes when these guys know that they're building to honor one of the men or women that didn't come back with us.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Our first trip in 2016 was the big turning point in my life as a victim of traumatic brain injury and PTSD to turn it. I'm a completely different person today.
The second trip, I was really able to get more connected with God, like seeing what God was doing through me through the trip, instead of just like, what can I get done, to help these people. It's like, yeah, you got pictures and stories about building a house. It's like, that's awesome, but like what you learn on the trip, you share with like the other veterans, and that's what they want. Like, they want that healing and the change that you made and seen other guys made. Those are the stories that get people out there,
So it did change my life in a lot of ways. Like, I don't hold back no more. The feeling of being too tired and don't have enough energy doesn't really hold me down no more. I just cry out to God, get more energy. It's crazy, So, isolation ministry is not truth.
Our first instinct in survival mode is to isolate. And when we get out there and are intentionally serving other people, A, we're fighting against that isolation, and B, we are supernaturally being transformed by the Holy Spirit.
I felt like I wasn't going to learn anything, and there was really no point in me going. And man, I was really wrong.
Other than thank you.
This still has me in down in our house. I'm by no means have but maybe it's possible. It's a huge project.
I always tell people that there's always two types of builds when we do this. Same model I have is the building of the structure. That's great because we can take pictures of that, post it on the internet. Film crew can come and film that, and it's great. But what you don't see is the building of the heart, and I think that's the most important build that we do in the mission field. Is we build the hearts of the veterans and we build the hearts of those that we're serving.
And so people that knew me before that see how I'm living and interact now, they're like, you're so weird, and I'm just like, thank you, because if it wasn't weird to you, if I was still like the same guy, then I'm doing something wrong, because like what I believe is completely changed, so like you should see me like completely different. Like, me, that like I wouldn't do this just for fun, like God has like changed my heart, like given me a new heart, like a new passion, and that makes me want to like serve others and really have them experience that. So that's like the whole point of like the service is to bring them to that freedom, that renewal.
Like almost like restarting your life, as having to be a civilian now, you have to restart life. It's a different way of life that you're used to, a whole new mindset. and that, you know, QMissions can help take people, veterans, and help them and guide them and get them out of some really dark places and show them light in the world where they may feel dark.
And I have not met one person who has gone on Operation Restore Hope who regretted going or wasn't dramatically changed by their trip.
Not everybody wants to give $5 to the dude on the street corner with a sign saying he's a veteran. Because one, they don't know if he's a veteran. Two, they don't know what he's going to do with the money. So if you want to help veterans, then you help QMissions.
I want to say thank you to all the supporters that have been behind us over these last 3 years. And for those of you considering supporting us, I'd say just do it. If you want to be part of an organization that's having long-lasting effects for veterans and their families, join with us at QMissions and make your donation today.